What's up, guys? This is Brett Freeman of the Brett Freeman Fitness Podcast, and this is episode 4. I've actually videoing myself on my laptop as well, so I'm hopefully going to actually have this on YouTube, so please check that out. I'm going to link my YouTube at the bottom of the description, and hopefully this will be the first video on there, which will be really interesting, and hopefully I can build on that. But for the purposes of today's episode, let's talk about something that is always on my mind with regards to being active and getting into shape, and that is time and making time for exercise. The reason I want to address this is because time is perceived to a lot of people as unavailable. They don't have any time and they don't have any time to exercise or eat right. But today we'll focus on exercise. And what you'll find is, or what I tend to find is, people do have time, but they don't make exercise a priority. And by that, what I mean is they perceive their life to be extremely busy when in fact they tend to be doing things or even not doing things that they actually say they are or that they think they are. So, for example, a big excuse or for the lack of time is work. People say they work a lot, which is understandable. A lot of us do, and but those tend to be 9 to 5s, 8 till 6, bloody 6 till 7 at night. But then you've still got hours on either side. You've still got from 7 p.m. till 10 p.m. or from 5 a.m. till 6 a.m. So it's not that you don't have time; it's the fact that you don't you're not making exercise a priority. And the same for daily hobbies. And days off. So a lot of people will say they don't have time, but in fact they're spending their days sat on the couch, relaxing, getting rested up, getting ready to go back to work. And in reality, if you just committed a small percentage of your free time every single week, then you can get results through exercise. And it's not a case of you need to be exercising for an hour every single day in order to get results. It could be literally as small as 10 to 15 minutes a couple of days a week. That is alone is a great start for anyone who's going from nothing to that. They'll see results. I can guarantee that. So instead of being all negative against the people who claim they don't have time to exercise, sorry, I want to help those who genuinely believe that they don't have time and help you guys fit exercise into your daily life. So, the first thing I would actually think about is your schedule. What does your schedule look like? Write it down on a piece of paper. What does your every day, every week look like? So, Monday through Sunday, write down the hours that you're awake, write down the hours that you're asleep, and start to fill that time up with everything that you're doing. So that includes work, that includes family time, any hobbies that you've already committed to, anything at all. So what you might find is someone will have 10 till 6 a.m. sleeping, 10 p.m. till 6 a.m. sleeping, 9 till 5 working, and then the rest is family time, and then they'll actually realize that you've actually got about 4 or 5 hours spare every single day. So that's the foundation there. If you can commit to identifying 3 gaps of hours throughout the week, you've already made time to exercise. And then the thing you need to think about there is, what can you commit to out of that free time? So although you might be free on a Friday or Saturday night, how realistic is it that you're actually going to go to the gym during those days and during that time? After a long week of work, um, it's going to be 10 times more difficult to go to the gym. But then again, you might think it's a lot easier because especially during the weekend, you've got a lot more free time. You're not tired from work. You're a bit more rested. So the weekends might be your opportunity to optimize the chances to exercise. Quite differently if you're a shift worker. Fortunately for me, I'm not. I've gone through all that myself. You might your schedule might not be as simple to be planned out, but you might have some idea of how many shifts a week and the hours of which they will be. Whether that's it could be a variety, whether it's 7 till 3, 11 till 12, 11 till 6. So then you can start to look at either side of those shifts and identify, okay, if I work perhaps a late shift, maybe I'll need to go in the mornings. If I work a morning shift, maybe I need to go in the evenings. So it's just about understanding where your free time is, and actually mapping that out can be a really good first step. A really good first step. Um, so once you've identified your gaps, you then need to think about what type of exercise are you going to do, because that can quite impact the amount of time that you can allocate to it. So, for example, if you go into the gym, then it's quite unlikely that you're going to be able to fit in a 20-minute workout to the gym, considering that you need to consider actually getting to the gym, changing, um, warm ups, weights training, cool downs, stretching, getting dressed again, getting cleaned up, and then actually traveling home. For many people, a gym session is not only just like 45 minutes long that you commit, but it can actually take about an hour and a half to 2 hours every day that you go to the gym. Not to dishearten you, but for a lot of people, it's quite realistic that perhaps a gym isn't the most time feasible option. Not every day anyway. Whereas for many people, staying who where they don't have access to a gym, whether that's cost, time to get there, there's not one in the local area, you can really make the most of home workouts. Home workouts are really good. They can be really high intensity. You're in a comfortable environment, and they can be done in about 20 minutes. So for people who are really, really busy, or they have constraints and commitments such as families, if they've got kids to look after as well, home workouts can be your opportunity to get exercise in and really optimize your surroundings and just your body weight in general. I think there's so much that you can do at home. Um, with regards to exercise, you don't need to join a fancy gym. You can do push-ups. There's so many variations of push-ups for people who can't do the normal push-up. Um, there is core work, so there's planks. Planks are a really good one. It's literally just staying on the floor, staying in a stable position, just staying there as long as you can. For me, the plank is one of the best exercises you can do in and out of the gym. You got body weight squats. You can run up and down the stairs. You can run around your living room. Hell, you can even get like a workout DVD, or find something on YouTube to follow. If you're at home and you don't have access to a gym, there really is no excuse to not make time for exercise. And for people who perhaps do want to go to the gym and do have that time to go to the gym, and their goals are more about resistance training, building strength, then my um, tip, main tip, is preparation. Um, pre- Prepare every single week in advance. So on a Sunday night, sit down and think about what days can you go to the gym. So before this, you must commit to a plan. Um, stick Find a plan online, get a coach, get a personal trainer to create you a plan, and commit to going to the gym a certain number of days a week. So that might be 2, 3, 4, 6, however many you can commit and how many you want to do. And every single week, write down the days and times of which you go when you are going to go to the gym that week. That alone just puts you in the right mind frame. There's no waking up in the morning thinking, oh, will I go today? Will I not? Because as soon as you start contemplating whether you're going to go or not, especially if you're just starting out and trying to build that habit, you won't go. It's that simple. You'll talk yourself out of it before you even consider it. I do it all the time. Like there are some days I wake up, I'm like, will I go to the gym? Will I not? And 90% of the time, I don't, because I've already got it in my mind that I'm not. I've already got that doubt in my mind. Whereas if you plan the week before and you're saying, okay, I'm definitely going to go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Saturday, then you've already got it in your head. You're already making yourself accountable to yourself. And that's the biggest tip I would give. Make sure you write down when you're gonna go, even what you're gonna do when you get into the gym. Having that planning um, really nails it down into your mind. So actually saying, okay, on Monday I'm going to do bench press, pull ups, squats, and deadlifts, and then Wednesday I'm going to do X, Y, and Z. These are the amount of sets I'm going to do. This is the amount of weight I'm going to do. These are the number of reps I'm going to do for each set. It should take me this long. I'm going to do this for my warm up. I'm going to do this for my cool down, and then I'm going to get out of there. That way, you know you're going in, you're doing, you know how exactly how much you're doing, and then you can get out and really optimize your time. Um, and getting a bit more nitty gritty in that, plan the night before you go. So I'm talking from experience of someone who does a typical 9 to 5, and I train first thing in the morning. So I'm up at 5 and I get to the gym for 6. Planning the night before and preparing everything the night before is really key for me to go. If I don't prepare the night before, I don't go. It's that's 90% of the case, 90% of the time. That's what happens. So, and when I talk about plan the night before, this means packing your gym bag, getting all your workout clothes out. One thing that really drives me to go in the morning is I take my work clothes, I actually fold them all up, put them into my bag, take my bag downstairs, pack all my lunch, have all my lunch ready. It's in the fridge, ready to go. Everything's ready. And then all I have upstairs as soon as I wake up is just my workout clothes. That alone is because it's so disheartening, and you despise yourself if you force yourself to get up and actually walk down the stairs first thing in the morning, take your work clothes out of your gym bag, because you already know it's the worst way to start your day. And if you can guilt yourself into going to the gym every single on the mornings by planning the night before, then you're bound to be more successful, because you don't want to carry that around for the rest of the day. Trust me, when once you've done it a few times where you've actually had to do that because you've decided to go back to sleep instead, and now you really have to go for work, then it's really disheartening, and yeah, it sort of ruins your day as well. So it's probably not the best technique mentally, but to actually guilt yourself into going to the gym by planning the night before, I think I found is a really great tool to do. Um, and then finally, so we've got the planning the whole week. We've got the identifying when you are free and when you can truly commit to exercising. And then you've got the preparation the night before. And then the next thing is accountability. So it's really easy to just say to yourself, okay, I'm going to go to the gym Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then you wake up on Monday, like, oh, I'm not going to go. It's all right. No one needs to know. Whereas if you hold yourself accountable to someone else, then you really put the pressure on yourself to go, and that really enforces that habit onto you. So when I say keep yourself accountable to someone else, find someone in your family, your significant other, and tell them, right, this is my plan, this is exactly what I'm going to do. And then when you fail, they grill you for it, and it once again it's a negative reinforcement. It makes you feel guilty because you've told yourself to them that you're going with them. You're going, and to actually tell them that you didn't go, then it's not a very nice feeling. And another way is you might want to even get a personal trainer as well. If especially if you're starting out, if you need to get a personal trainer and you commit, you pay for a session to go 2 or 3 times a week, then you are definitely going to go, because you don't want to waste your money, and you don't want to let your personal trainer down because he's getting out. So if you book a session for 6 a.m. in the morning, you're actually forcing your personal trainer to get out of his bed in the morning and meet you in the gym to train you. And that is something you don't want to let them down either. And the same can be for, if you're more experienced, an online coach as well. So if an online coach actually takes into consideration your schedule, and they'll make you a really good plan based on your schedule, your preferences. And then at the end of the week, you're telling them, well, actually, I didn't get all those workouts in. You don't want that feeling on you, and you don't want to let your coach down after they've put in all the effort, and more importantly, you don't want to let yourself down. So actually holding yourself accountable to someone else can be a really key tool in order to build those habits. So that's a wide level strategy for making time to exercise, and the foundation of it is just preparation. In my eyes, is understanding when you're available and preparing every single week to go to the gym and making that true commitment. As you can see, I've not actually shared any tips to maximize your time or make the most of the perfect schedule. So exercise is just, for a lot of people, it's not that they don't have time, it's just exercise just isn't a priority. And then once you realize that, and once you actually make the conscious effort to make exercise a priority, then you will find time for it. So it's about identifying why you want to exercise. You have to want to do it. In all honesty, no one can make you exercise. Nothing I say here will probably enforce you or make you commit to exercising every single week, because you already know the benefits. You already know it's going to help you lose weight, it'll help you feel more confident, you'll be in a lot better shape, you'll be healthier overall. There's massive amounts of benefits to exercise, but unless you find your why and why you will benefit from exercise, then all of this is just pointless. So I would really, the first step in all of this, in making time to exercise, is understand your why. Why do you want to exercise? If you know it's so good, then just write it down. Why is exercise, and why will exercise benefit you so much? And then tell yourself, okay, if this is what is going to happen as a result of me starting to exercise, now I need to make it a priority. And once you make it a priority, then you can go on to, okay, understanding your schedule and putting a plan in place to exercise, because then it'll be a priority to you, and it won't just be an afterthought. And the moment you bring it past an afterthought and bring it to the front of your mind, then that's when you'll start to get into the habit of exercising more. And that's pretty much it with making time to exercise. As you can see, I've not really gone into the nitty gritty of every workout, the perfect 10-minute workout, the 30-minute workout, because everyone has different goals. Like I said, there are people who just want to do workouts at home, which is great. You can find a ton of YouTube videos doing 10-15 minute workouts that are really high intensity, really get your heart rate up, which are great for people who are at home, who have kids, who can't afford a gym. And then there's lots of plans online, and I'm currently doing some online coaching for people who want to be in the gym and build strength and build muscle as well. There's tons of options out there about how to exercise, but it's just about making the conscious decision to exercise. And that's what I really want to engrave in you today, is make it a priority, and then you can start to fit it into your schedule. Unless it's a priority to you, then you're just going to brush it aside, like everything else that you don't want to do. So once you find your why, then you can start to build that habit. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully, like I said, I've done some videos. Hopefully, I'll be able to extract it and put it into audio form, which we will see. And if you guys have any questions, please do get in touch. If you're watching this on YouTube, please leave a comment down below. Please give me a DM on Instagram to let me know you've listened to this. I mean, you can even screenshot it. This is going to be on Anchor. If you're already listening, it's on Anchor. Screenshot it and tag me in it. Although the past I've had about 2 listeners. Thanks, Mum. And Instagram's at Brett_3man, MAN. And hopefully, guys, I will speak to you in next week, where I'm not too sure what I'm going to be talking about. So that's going to be fun. And thank you for listening, guys. Appreciate it.